Hi guys, this is Shannon from Skip to My Life. On today's episode, we will create some beautiful Valentine cookies without even turning on the oven. Let's get started. If you love to live an upscale life on a downsized budget, I am here for you at Skip to My Life. I decided I wanted to try out royal icing on these cookies, so I bought a royal icing kit and my husband helped me put it together. Now it starts with this little packet of meringue powder. It's very dusty. And then for this kit you added 1/3 cup water plus 1 tablespoon water. This will produce a pretty watery mixture, and to that you're just going to keep adding powdered sugar until you get the thickness that you desire. Now the recipe called for 1 pound of powdered sugar, and I'm not sure exactly how much we added, but when we were finished it had almost a paste consistency and I wanted it to be really, really thick. The fun part about working with royal icing is that it dries with a hard crust and it looks a lot more like the store-bought cookies that we're used to buying for Valentine's Day. Now, I am very new to this and I do not claim to be a professional baker. So if you have any tips for me, please comment below and let me know. I'm going to start with these fudge-covered graham cookies, and these were purchased from Dollar Tree. They almost always have them year-round. And I'm just going to make a little tube for my icing out of some parchment paper and tape that into a cone shape. The trick here is to get a really fine point so that your icing makes a nice thin string. Now, if I had to do it over again, I would use masking tape because the Scotch tape didn't hold as well as I'd like, but I didn't have any masking tape, so that's my tip for you. The reason I came up with these cookie designs is because I always have grand ideas about baking cookies, but they just never seem to turn out like I had pictured them. Either I forget they're in the oven and they burn, or they're underbaked, or for whatever reason they just don't look great. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start with some store-bought cookies and I'm just going to decorate those, and I doubt that anyone will even know the difference. Once I had made a circle with the royal icing on top of each cookie, I just smoothed it down with a metal spoon that I had dipped in water. You can get fruit roll-ups in many different colors and flavors, but Dollar Tree is selling these little Valentine style fruit roll-ups in a box of 4. The fun thing about these fruit roll-ups is that they have 2 different colors on one strip. So you're going to see how we use that to decorate these cookies and then another pattern later on. I'm going to be cutting these fruit roll-ups, and it's a lot easier to work with this if you go ahead and lay a piece of parchment paper on top. And we're just going to fold it in half down the center and cut a little heart design. If you have a small heart-shaped cookie cutter, it would be so much better for this project because you would have very uniform shaped hearts. I did not have one, so I went ahead and just free-formed it, and each one is just a little bit different size, but I don't think it's enough that it really shows. Midway through this project, I realized it would be a lot easier if I used a pair of tweezers, so you will see me learning from my mistakes in doing that. I also recommend that you have some toothpicks handy. They come in very handy while decorating these cookies. You could certainly stop here and leave the cookies just like that, but I decided I wanted to take it up just one notch by adding a little touch of black. I decided to go around the edges and make little black dots. And then I started outlining the hearts in black. Now, I left some of them plain and some of them outlined in black. I want you all to tell me which ones you prefer. For this second cookie, I'm going to be using store-bought icing. These Palmier cookies from Dollar Tree are definitely a hidden treasure. They are so buttery and flaky, and they just taste wonderful. For an ombre effect on this icing, I am using 2 different colors of Wilton icing color. Now you can use regular food coloring if you'd like, or whatever you have to color your icing. I'm just dipping a little toothpick in each one of those and streaking it down the sides of my icing tube. If you're new to Skip to My Life, welcome, and please let me know if you're enjoying this video by clicking that thumbs up like button. Just in case you are on Instagram, please look me up. It's Shannon, Skip to My Life. I would love to see some of your creations. There are so many fun things you can do with these heart-shaped flaky cookies from Dollar Tree. I started with an icing outline of the heart shape. I'll be honest, it took me a couple tries before I really got this process down where I was happy with it. But once I figured it out, it was so much fun to make these. Welcome back to those of you who are old friends to Skip to My Life. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I have so many fun ideas to bring you this spring. The question of the day is, what is one of your favorite childhood Valentine Day memories? To take this cookie up one more notch, I used some of these little Twizzlers licorice pull and peel, and I cut tiny little pieces to make it look like there was stitching on the outside of those cookies. Make sure you watch all the way to the end because I have a bonus treat for you. For this next cookie, I'm going to be using the Snickerdoodles from Dollar Tree, and these are definitely the best value. They come the most to the pack. They're just a really tasty little fun cookie. I used store-bought icing to start with on this cookie, but you could definitely use the royal icing with this design as well. One of my favorite childhood memories of Valentine's was a little boy in 2nd grade. I can't remember his name, but he had a crush on me. And we made our Valentine boxes, and he put the cutest little Valentines in there. And I still remember that to this day and wonder what happened to that cute little guy. You'll see that I'm adding those fruit roll-ups cut in stripes to the side of the cookie. Now we're going to create a plaid effect. And I just got this very fine tipped black icing. I really didn't want to mix up my own black. I just wanted to keep it neat and tidy. But I added a little stripe of the black to each side. Next, I'm simply repeating this step in the second direction with that other color from the same fruit roll-up. My daughter said, "Oh, Mom, you should go into professional baking and sell these cookies." And I said, "You know what? Doing this little project made me realize I do not want to be a professional baker." So my hats are off to those of you who do this for a living or who are much more professional than I am. For the finishing touch, I'm just using one of those conversation hearts we all know and love. And I'm putting the printed side with the words down and just using the shape of that heart to add something special to the very end of this cookie. For the last step, you'll just want to trim off the remaining pieces of the fruit roll-up that are hanging off the sides. And I forgot to say this at the beginning, but of course you're going to want to make sure that everything you use that touches this food is extremely clean. If you're having fun watching this video, don't forget to tap the thumbs up like button. I was so happy with the end result on this, and I think it looks so much like a store-bought cookie for a fraction of the price. Now here's that bonus I promised you, and it is ultra simple. You're just going to take a bag of marshmallows and some of those fancy paper straws from Dollar Tree. They come in all different designs and colors. And you're going to place 3 of those marshmallows on that straw. For this next step, you can use any icing you'd like, but I prefer the royal icing because it dries hard and makes a little bit less mess. We're going to sprinkle some decoration on those marshmallows, and so to make them stick, I just spread that royal icing in a very thin layer over the sides and the top of that marshmallow stick. These would be so much fun and so simple to make for a gift or a gift basket for all your friends, especially for children or grandchildren. These are just gold color sprinkles that I had left from Christmas. You can really use any color you like. And then for the finishing touch, I cut out some more of those hearts from the fruit roll-ups and place them all around the marshmallows. I just went to the post office today and sent a care package of these to my kids. And they are so excited. I told them they're coming and they can't wait. Don't forget, comment below and let me know which cookie was your very favorite. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so I can get to know you even better. Until next time, this is Shannon from Skip to My Life. Make it a great day.